It's trade deadline time in the Miami Marlins franchise, and I apologize for losing the recordings of making the actual trades, but here are the moves summarized in a few different graphics. The first move we did was trading Freddie Sanchez and catching prospect Austin Barnes for Yasiel Puig. We get an outfielder for the future, most likely a corner outfielder, and we give up another utility infielder, which the Dodgers could use because they're a little bit weak on the infield with Mark Ellis and Luis Cruz at second and third, and we give them a top catching prospect who could likely replace A.J. Ellis in a few years. The next trade we made was trading one of the longest tenured Marlins on our team, and that was Ricky Nolasco. We also threw in another young pitcher in Alex Sanabia, and we received Trevor Story, Kyle Parker, and Tim Wheeler. We get a shortstop prospect in Trevor Story and two pretty decent prospects in Kyle Parker and Tim Wheeler, both of which play the outfield. The Rockies receive a little bit of extra pitching. That's good for them, and we get a possible shortstop for the future. And in the final trade that we made during the trade deadline, we trade for a need of ours, and the Red Sox get a need of theirs. We end up giving two of our top catching prospects, and Kyle Skipworth and JT Realmuto. Both were 23 years old. We also give them a shortstop prospect in Danny Black, also 22 years old. We're going to be getting Johnny Gomes out of this, a good clubhouse guy for some of the young guys coming up pretty soon, and top pitching prospect Alan Webster. We will combine him with Jacob Turner and Jose Fernandez, and hopefully have three guys in our rotation for the future of this team. Juan Pierre goes down with an injury. You know what time it is. That's right. Yasiel Puig will be called up to the big league club just a week or two after he was traded for. He'll be making his MLB debut with the Miami Marlins. And today, the Marlins will be traveling to Pittsburgh to go up against the Pittsburgh Pirates, Alan Webster's third or fourth start as a Miami Marlin. He'll be going up against Jonathan Sanchez, the man traded for Melky Cabrera back when Melky was on the Royals. And let's get right into this gameplay. So what's going on, everybody? It is Straight to the Boston here, aka the King of Boston. I hope you guys liked the moves that we did make at the trade deadline. I thought they were, at least reasonably realistic. They weren't too lopsided. I think we gave up for Trevor Story was an A potential shortstop prospect. He's probably our shortstop for the future. Tim Wheeler is 25, I believe. He's a B potential center fielder. Kyle Parker is a B potential right fielder who I think is 23 or 24. I can't quite remember. And I think Trevor Story is like 20. I don't know if I mentioned that. But anyway, and then I think, what were the other deals? We gave up, for Yasiel Puig, we gave up another utility infielder who was hitting, I think Freddie Sanchez was hitting 280 or 290 for us. So the Dodgers had a lot of interest in him. We actually could have gotten a lot more for him, but I really wanted Yasiel Puig. And then we also gave up a catcher in that deal just so that, because I think A.J. Ellis is 20, he's in his upper 20s or his early 30s, I believe, so they could potentially get a catcher for the future there. And the last deal we made was when we did acquire Alan Webster. The Red Sox have needed catching for a while now, ever since Jason Varitek retired. So we gave them two of our top catching prospects, both with 23 years old, B potential. And we get a really nice young right-handed pitcher, Alan Webster, who is one of my favorite pitchers in the Boston Red Sox organization. The Red Sox have a lot of hits this year, so I figured they could expend some here. But anyway, look at Yasiel Puig in his first at bat as a Miami Marlin. He takes that over Pedro Alvarez's head at third, and then it's going to drive in Donovan Solano. Solano advanced to third on the ground ball earlier, so with two outs, Puig drives him in for his first career MLB RBI. Yasiel Puig had himself quite the day, and I'm going to say it right now, this was the most exciting MLB game I've ever played. The only game I can think of that this could compare to is, I played a game and actually watched this. Look at Puig gets gunned out at home. He kind of stuttered around third base and hesitated. That was too bad. We could have got an extra run there, and we could have used it. You're going to see soon. But Alan Webster on the bunk here for the Miami Marlins. Pedro Alvarez, no, it's Jose Tabata, or Tabata. I call him Tabata. I'm not really sure if that's how it's pronounced. Tabata gets the single. But back to what I was saying. This was easily the most exciting, action-packed, fun game of MLB that I've ever played. The only game this compares to was a game in, I'm pretty sure it was MLB 08 the show, because I looked this up. Bartolo Colon was on the Red Sox in 2008, and I remember this was when Bartolo Colon was on the Red Sox. I was playing the A's in like a season opener in a franchise or something, and the game went 19 innings, and I remember Colon being on the Red Sox because he pitched for me that time. He I believe came in around the 13th and pitched like 6 perfect innings or something like that. And then like I gave up a run in the 19th inning and I lost 1-0. It was crazy. That's the only game that this compares to. I remember that game very specifically for some reason. But 1-1 is your score here. Ryan Theriot takes this one to deep right field. He doesn't have too much power, but he hits that one into the gap. Double one hop off the top sign against the wall, and Theriot has himself a standing double for the Miami Marlins. We get another guy in scoring position. Field position. What am I saying? So now Adene Hechavarria is up after a 10 pitch at bat. He takes that one over Alvarez's head at third. Theriot is going to be waved around. He's coming home and he is going to be safe. There's no throw. Hechavarria gets thrown out at second base, sadly. We could have gotten a few extra runs out of that, but that's alright. We'll take what we can get. Now top 3 still Yasiel Puig up, and Puig is going to hit this one, just past the, was it the 5-6 hole? I'm not sure if that's like a common phrase, but John Farrell uses that phrase a lot. He'll say, oh yeah, he hit it right between the 4-3 hole, which stands for the second base and first base hole. So I'm not sure if a lot of people say that or not, but Rob Brantley takes this one deep. That one is back, and that one is going to be misplayed by Travis Snetter out there in right. Puig rounds third. He is going to end up scoring easily. Or actually, that was Logan Morrison. Logan Morrison came up after Puig and ended up grounding to first. He beat out the play for the double play, but I didn't feel like that was necessary to show, considering this video is already extremely long. But anyway, at least extremely long for me. Ryan Theriot flies out to McCutchen in center, so that ends the inning, but the Marlins do extend their lead now. They're up 3-1. Top 5, Giancarlo Stanton is up. He's going to take that one in between the 6-5 hole for a base hit. So Stanton gets on base, leading off the inning, I believe he was. So that's exactly what we wanted out of him. Hopefully we can rely on the guys behind him to drive some runs in. Yasiel Puig batting in that 4-hole. He takes it to deep center field. That one is gone. Yasiel Puig now 3 for 3. He gets his first career major league home run. Check out that swing. I love that batting stance. That's Jay Bruce's batting stance for anyone wondering. That is a sick batting stance. Oh my goodness. So that would force out the starter Jonathan Sanchez. In comes AJ Burnett, apparently working out of the bullpen, even though I believe he's second in the major leagues right now for Ks per 9 innings. But either way, Alan Webster still on here. He's going to end up walking. I believe that's Michael McHenry, and can't quite tell, but he walks the batter there. Webster had pitched very, very well so far. A little bit of control issues at times, but we're going to end up throwing out that runner at second base. I don't know why, but I did have some control issues with Webster. I think I guess his control just isn't very highly rated. Pedro Alvarez up now. Oh, we hung that one over the middle of the plate, and Alvarez crushed that to deep right field, and that is gone. So a solo shot for Pedro Alvarez. The Pirates do cut the lead now, but I don't know. I mean, I like Alan Webster, but the game didn't do a very good accurate representation of him, at least on the Operation Sports rosters, in my opinion. Look at Puig. Does he have another home run? This is not a replay, guys. He does hit his second home run of the game in back-to-back at bats. Holy, Yasiel Puig is going off right now. This is nuts. I was so happy. Look at that. I got some trophy. I couldn't tell what it was. Logan Morrison up now. The next batter is still top 7, 2 outs still. Morrison takes this to deep right field. That one is back, and it is gone. Back-to-back home runs on back-to-back pitches for the Miami Marlins. Logan Morrison showing that it was a good idea not to trade him. Can he turn into the first baseman for the future? We did just draft Joe Katomer in the, I believe, a couple episodes ago. I can't really remember, but anyway, who knows what will happen. Logan Morrison can play corner outfield, so maybe we'll move him. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but we do have some guys to build around potentially. Anyway, Yasiel Puig playing center field as, I believe, at this point, Johnny Gomes had entered the game. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I had Tim Wheeler in left. I don't know, my apologies. I'm usually on top of these things, but Neil Walker up now. And Walker hits that one down the left field line for a base hit. That is going to end up being misplayed by our left fielder. That is Tim Wheeler. I usually put Wheeler in center. That's my bad. I should have had Puig in left, but either way, we get the ball into third base, but not before a run scores. So your score now has been cut to 7-3, I believe. Now it looks like, I think this is Michael McHenry. He hits that one to deep right field, and that one is gone. So Ryan Webb is having a terrible performance so far. He has now given up, I believe, 3 earned runs, and the lead is down to just 2. Wow, just incredible so far. Nothing else could go worse. So we're going to end up bringing in Henderson Alvarez, the former starter, who I would like to at least keep on the team for a while. He's pretty effective. He was able to get Brandon Inge on 3 pitches to ground out to our third baseman, who fires on to first for the out. So we end up getting out of the inning. We only give up 3 runs, but hard to say only 3 runs in a game. That's now a 2-run game. Top 9, Yasiel Puig up again. Here's that man, and he takes this one past the first baseman, Garrett Jones, into the right field. Puig is now 5 for 5. Yasiel Puig is incredible. Holy shnikes. Logan Morrison ends up taking that pitch. It gets by the catcher, McHenry, so Puig ends up advancing to second base. And now, with a runner on second for Logan Morrison, the 3-0 count. Morrison's going to walk. I don't know why, but it seems like submarine pitchers always have control issues in this game. I'm not really quite sure why, but either way, Rob Brantley up now. Brantley hits that one into center field that drops in front of McCutcheon. We're going to be waving the runner home. The throw is offline, and luckily we get in there. That throw was in time, but it was just way to the left from McCutcheon. So that would do it for their pitcher. Antonio Bastardo comes in now, but we have extended our lead to 8-5. Now up is Ryan Theriot, the 1-2 count, strike 3 on the changeup looking. That actually reminds me of a pitch I struck out on the other day in a baseball game. I just remember it was like an up and in pitch, and I knew it was a strike once across the plate, but when the pitcher released it, I didn't think it was going over, and that's the same thing happened on that plate appearance. But now Steve Cishek is in. He has had a rough year so far, 5.81 or 5.91 ERA. Does have 19 saves. Let's see if he can get the job done. Well, that's not a good start. The Pirates do get a leadoff base runner, so Puig fields it, fires into second base. Now the Pirates will bring the tying, or not the tying run. The tying run's now on deck, but let's see what they can do. Jose Tabata is up. Tabata hits that one to third base. Stupid decision to try and get the out at second. I should have just gone to first and gotten the out. I definitely would have had him the time, but that's my mistake. Poor play by Ryan Theriot. So now the 0-1 count to Garrett Jones. Jones is going to end up taking that one over Logan Morrison's head at first. That will be played by Stanton in right. He fires it into the cutoff man. We hold Garrett Jones to a single, so that was pretty lucky for us. But now first and third, and the next batter for the Pittsburgh Pirates is Neil Walker, the man who drove in a run earlier. Walker takes that one into deep right center field. That one is going to land. That's going to probably like 4-hop up against the wall. The tying run is coming around third, and he will score safely on the play. No throw, and the Pirates have tied the game up at 8. A blown save for Steve Cishek. His rough year continues. Now the next batter, the 0-2 count. He grounds this one softly back to Cishek. Will fire onto first. I almost thought I was going to overthrow that due to the yellow marker, but usually that just takes him off the bag. It'd still be pretty bad, but now we're going into extra innings. I'm not going to show you too much of the extra innings because we're already 12 minutes into this video. We're in the top of the 13th now. Donovan Solano is up. He's going to take that one in between the 6-5 hole for a base hit. Solano does end up reaching first base, so we get a base runner here. It has been slow ever since we got into extra innings. Giancarlo Stanton up. He grounds this one to third. The throw to second, it goes over the second baseman's head. Now, Solano trying to get to third base. He is safe at third. We have first and third with no outs. It looks like it could be a double play ball for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Turns into now a first and third situation with no outs still. Or 1 out, I should say. Yasiel Puig up. He's had a huge day so far. He's going to continue it. Base hit into right field. That scores a run. Yasiel Puig, 6 for 7. Now 5 RBI, I believe. Just incredible day so far for him. Now, later in the inning, after Logan Morrison got out, here's Rob Brantley up with 2 outs. He pops this one up to the infield. Tabata. Pedro Alvarez is over. He's going to make the catch. I thought he might drop it there for a sec. That was almost bad. So they end up getting out of the inning, only giving up 1 run. I would have liked to get more. The way this game has gone, 20 hits for us, 19 for them. Who knows what could happen. Aaron Harang is in now. He pitched 3 shutout innings up to this point. He gets Andrew McCutcheon to ground out to Solano at second. Aaron Harang, man, had an incredible game. Coming in a tough spot. I almost used up all my bullpen. I only had 1 other guy besides Harang available. So I was really lucky that Aaron Harang pitched so well. He ends up getting another batter to ground out to Solano at second. Now we are 1 out away from securing this 13th-inning victory. Neil Walker's up, though. You know the kind of game he's had. He hits it to deep left field. That one is back, and it is going to drop. Oh, my goodness. But it's a ground rule double. If that doesn't go over the wall, that runner's scoring, and we would have a tie game. Now the pitcher's up, Jason Grilly, because they didn't have anyone to pitch for him, I guess. I don't even know why he was up. But we get him to ground, or we get him to strike out. Drop third strike, fire on to first. That was incredible. That ending scared the crap out of me. When Neil Walker hit that ball, there was a runner on first base. I didn't show it to you guys, but the guy before him did reach first base safely on, I believe it was an Adene Hechavarria infield hit. It got to Hechavarria, but he ended up, not throwing it on to first in time. If that ball isn't a ground rule double, that runner's scoring easily, and Walker might even have a triple, and we might even have the game-winning run on third base. That was incredible. The luckiest bounce I could have gotten. And then, for some strange reason, it must have been that they didn't have any more pitchers, or they didn't have anyone to pitch it for him. But Jason Grilly batted there in like a game, like the game was on the line. It was crazy. I don't know, craziest game of MLB I've ever played. I swear. I wish I could. I don't know. I don't even know. Anyway, Yasiel Puig, the player of the game, he goes 6 for 7 with 2 home runs, 5 RBI, and scores 3 runs himself. You can see the box score here. Obviously, your notable performances from the Miami Marlins coming from mainly Yasiel Puig and Allen Webster had a solid game. He gets a quality start, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned. I was really impressed with him. Anyway, that is pretty much going to wrap up this video, so I thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. You can see the Pirates box score on your screen right now, and so I'm out. Peace.